Beautiful.
God, please, no! 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 What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing something a little bit different. We are revisiting one of the most polarizing games in Konami franchise history. Before eFootball was eFootball, PES was PES, and this is PES 2014. So this was the main menu. We're going to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You could actually edit the menu. I actually really like the menu in this game. It looks super clean. The biggest sell of this game for me when it came out was the slow gameplay, you know, the passing into space. We'll have a few gameplay clips here as well in a minute. There was a lot of licenses in the squads as well. This was the first year they had the Champions League license. This is Master League. It had a career mode in it, and it was pretty decent. I mean, the gameplay was not really up to par. And as I said, some of the good, some of the bad, some of the ugly. The player faces, man, the presentation was not too bad, but the actual overall gameplay when it first launched, I remember I was like, I didn't think that there was a way back, but it did actually patch a lot of the issues out of it over the next couple of months. And as I said, some of the player faces looked phenomenal, including in some of the cinematics and stuff, as you see with Ribery. But then you also had this. This was meant to be Marcelo. Yes, Real Madrid's legendary left back Marcelo was he didn't even have a face. I don't think he got a face for the whole year, but that was a big meme at the time. The gameplay itself, right, if you look at it now, it's pretty much impossible to compare eFootball, what we have now, compared to, you know, these games. But I remember thinking back and playing this game and looking at these clips, right? And shout out to the True Brits for this video here. This was a video that he did, so we're just using some of the clips. But genuinely, man, the actual unreactiveness or the unresponsiveness of the game it's just incredible. Like, you'll see the 2 goals we concede here. The goalkeepers were absolutely desperate. They had no reaction to the ball at all. Now, one thing I did really like about this game, and I definitely think eFootball could do with it, is having this wide assortment of preset tactics, or being able to customize how your team played, regardless of manager, regardless of how you played. You could have different styles, literally at the flick of a switch. So you could go from, you know, custom, long ball, you could go quick counter to possession, but then you could tweak that. So if you were playing quick counter and you wanted to be super, super aggressive up front, but you wanted to be compact centrally at the back, you could tweak that and custom it. This was really, really nice in Master League because the AI in Master League was a good challenge. If you were playing against a poor team in Master League or in career mode, they would actually hold the ball and they'd make mistakes a lot of the time and you could catch them on the break. Whereas if you were playing Barcelona, Madrid, Bayern, any of those, they'd literally pass the ball around you, so you'd have to press up on them. But yeah, the one thing I really liked about this, looking back at it, right? Yeah, the shooting mechanics, the responsiveness, the actual player ID and all that was largely missing. This was the first year that they transitioned from their older engine to the Fox engine, and there was so many things missing from the game. This was edit mode as well. We'll have a look at a couple of clips there in a second at the end of the video, but this was edit mode. You could create your player. I think it was fairly in-depth at the time, but it was a pared back for any PES fans that played PES 5, 6, PES 2012, 13. I mean, 13 was a highlight where you could import pretty much anything into the game and customize the game with real faces, stadiums, boots. PES 2014 was pretty much one of the worst edit modes ever. And it was so clunky, it was so, like, you know, awkward to use. Now, we still had fun making designs and jerseys and stuff like that, but yeah, it was just a difficult one. It was a difficult year for the franchise, to be honest with you. But they brought it back with PES 15 and 16. They really did bring it back. But if you look at some of the gameplay, lads, one thing I do like about the gameplay is probably the thing that's sticking out to me, right? Is the actual freedom of the ball separated into space or separated from the player, right? That there was this kind of like space that you could create around the players, moving into space, passing into space, running into space, and also how manual the game was. Like, it was super manual. There was no defensive assistance whatsoever, really. Obviously, the skills, the tricks, a lot of the animations that you're seeing here looks so dated. I mean, it is a 10+ year old game, which is crazy to think, but you just could not compare the freedom and the fluidity that you have in eFootball. I mean, you get the ball with Messi now in eFootball. It's just a joy to dribble with him, even with all the issues of the gameplay. Like, it genuinely is a joy to play with Messi or Neymar or any of those players. I just wish that they'd kind of look back at this and take this and say, listen, we don't need the AI to be as defensive as it is now or as assisted as it is now. But yeah, pretty much all the fundamentals in this game required a lot of work after launch. You know what I mean? I still remember when this game launched. I remember playing it early. Went over to an event to play this early, and I was like, holy moly. I could see what they were trying to do with the manualness, and they were obviously transitioning from a brand new engine to the Fox engine. But yeah, it was a very, very difficult time for the first maybe 2 months. You know, the transfers were all out of sync. The modes were really pared back compared to what we were used to with PES 13. And then also on top of that as well, you have to understand that PES 2013 was probably, and it is still largely considered as one of the best PES games ever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but looking at the gameplay here, lads, I mean, let me know what you guys think. Would you like to see more videos of this? PES 15, you know, PES 16, all the way up? Or are you not really interested in this at all? Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in a bit.